Hello, my name is Fitz Walker, AMA number 280084. I have to say it was a parent, a stepfather actually, who flew control line and free flight back in his days, and he introduced me to control line flying when I was just a very young kid. Well, it's an interesting question. I'd say that it probably directly led me to being an engineer, which I now work at NASA, as a matter of fact. And I think it gave me a real appreciation for all things mechanical, flying machines, and probably even history to a certain extent. So something that wasn't really that much of a concern to me as a kid. As I grew up, learned more about airplanes and how they work, and it just fascinated me for all things mechanical and all things engineering and even electronics. And so I think that directly led me down a path into engineering and science and technology. Quite a few, actually. I still do plastic models, which I started as a kid. I do that quite a bit. I've even done that competitively. All types of RC models. I like anything that flies, drives, swims. So I dabble with mainly airplanes, but I also do helicopters, some quads, boats, submarines, RC cars, whatever kicks my fancy, really. Let's see. Well, I like to build things. So I do dabble in robotics. I like to play with microcontrollers like the Raspberry Pis, Arduinos, that kind of stuff. I built some interesting projects with that. I've built an electric motorcycle to commute to work with. That was a real fun project. I am a licensed full-scale glider pilot, so I also fly gliders on occasion as well. I thought that was a fun thing to pick up. Always wanted to try that. Wow, I don't think it would be fair to really point anybody out. I've had lots of influences growing up. Parents, both my father and stepfather, were both very engineering-minded people, and I learned a lot from them. It really varies. At some point, Mr. Spock was a big influence, believe it or not. He got me really interested in sciences as well, even though it's a fictional character. Up until, as an adult, anybody I think that does something interesting or has an interesting view on life or the world around us, I find fascinating. I belong to a creator space, or local maker space, really, that they're called nationally. And we do a lot of interaction with kids in schools as part of a STEM project. And so I built a small robotic dog from an old TV show that I bring out to schools and show them how it works, and they really like interacting with it because it can respond to some of their interactions. And so I do definitely like to reach out to kids. They often ask really interesting questions and be surprised what they come up with. And I think kids nowadays actually really are still very smart, just like they were. They may have different distractions, but they ultimately are very curious about the world around them. And I think if we show them things other than handheld games, they actually will be interested in them.